You're welcome to the Rugby Fanatics Instagram live show. We're glad to have you. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm honored to be here, and I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good too. Yeah, so as we wait for many of our fans to join in, yeah, you could first introduce yourself. Uh, who's Adnan Kawuma? Your brief background. I think that's all for now.
Okay. My name is Adnan Kawuma. Um, I play for Mystic River Rugby Club. I've been playing for them coming what 12 or 13 years since 2006. Yeah,
Yeah,
basically since 2006.
yeah, that
That's
that's
when I
like
moved here.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's like 13 years. Yeah.
yeah. Since I was like a teenager, so
Mm-hmm.
I've been a one club man, been loyal.
Mm-hmm.
And my history in Uganda, I played rugby in Vienna,
Okay.
and I was planning to join Pirates, but then that's when I moved here.
Okay.
I also play. I'm normally a utility back, but I prefer playing in the centers.
Okay. So you are telling us your rugby journey began from Vienna College.
Yeah.
Who inspired you to play rugby at Vienna College?
Martin Karugonjo.
Okay, Martin Karugonjo.
Yeah.
He has been talked about by so many, including our previous guest, Charlotte Mudola. I think he
Yeah.
has mentored many of some rugby greats in Uganda. Yeah, so Adnan Kauma, please enlighten us more about the beginning of your journey in the USA with Mystic River Rugby Club.
Um, when I came, the city that I moved to, Malden.
Okay,
Yeah. There was that's where Mystic plays, and I moved. I think my last year of high school, so I had to stay in for one more year of high school. And my history
okay,
teacher slash my soccer coach was
okay,
the captain of Mystic River at the time. So he's the one because I was looking forward to playing like American football. So I didn't even start practicing American football, but
okay,
then I just didn't like it. So when I switched to soccer, my coach saw me with a rugby jersey. So he asked me if I played rugby, and I told
hmm.
him yeah. And then told me to come out for Mystic River.
So at the
So
beginning of it all, it was like just a hobby.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, rugby is like it has been a hobby for me for long because I just love playing it.
okay. So
Yeah.
before we head more into your stay and your rugby career here in the USA, first give us that brief of when you trained with Pirates. What was on your mind?
I didn't know what to expect.
Uh-huh.
Um, I think Eric Casita is the one
Uh-huh.
who connected me with Ivan. And
Okay.
then Ivan gave me the directions. For me, when I had first come, I thought it was still the whole stuff like where they would practice around in the Chad on the All Legend. But
Yeah.
it ended up being in Boyogene.
Okay.
And because I had already committed to training with them, I had the traffic. The first day, I was stuck in traffic for like 2 hours.
I know. I
Road
know.
traffic. So
Mm-hmm.
then after that, I just started taking borders.
You know that is the cheap. That is the easiest and cheapest means of transportation in Uganda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed my time with them because I didn't want to just go back and waste my vacations like I've always been wasting them, just doing
Mm-hmm.
nothing. And I think in the spring, that's when the Free Jacks were going to play in the Kara Cup.
Okay.
So I wanted to be fit for that because I had spent the whole year working hard. I didn't want to like go for a month and then come back and I'm lagging behind. So I started going to Pirates practices, and they were very good. I
So
liked it.
it was all about keeping fit, maybe mentoring a few boys here and there, and that was it for you.
Yeah, it was about keeping fit.
Mm-hmm.
Mentoring, I didn't get into that because I really most of the guys I didn't get to know them that much.
Okay.
Yeah, but maybe in the future I would like to do that.
So all right. So like, what really inspired you to stick with Mystic River?
Just I'm a very loyal person.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you notice me, like I've always kept like the same friends. Like it was probably the same friends I've had from 10 years before.
Mm-hmm.
And with Mystic, I showed up. I think I was 16 when I was playing with Mystic.
Mm-hmm.
These guys took me in. They would take care of me, and if we go for tournaments on the road, the captain at the time, the good thing he would since he was like my high school teacher too. He would come. He talked to my mom and made my mom comfortable. He obviously said he would take care of me, and he did because whenever we go on tours, he would look after me and make sure everything was great. And ever since then, I just felt like I owed them something bigger. Like,
Yeah.
I've had opportunities to move to like I've had like other clubs in this area ask me to move to them before, and like I just couldn't come to moving away. So I just stayed loyal to the club, and it paid off in the long run. I've been there
Uh,
for the ups and downs. The ups
so,
have been great.
did you start with age grade rugby because you're telling us you joined when you are still 16?
At the time, um, our youth program started in 2007, I think. So when I came in 2006, I first played with we like every match day. You're going to notice when you start
Mm-hmm.
watching our games. Every team's supposed to have two squads: the B squad and the A squad.
Okay.
So every game day, the A side plays first, and the B side players play after. So when I was 16, I was playing mostly B side,
Okay.
and then the year I was turning 17, that's when we went to a tournament in New Jersey. We didn't have numbers, so I didn't press the coaches, so they started playing me on the wing.
Oh,
But
so you started out at the wing.
yeah,
Okay.
so uh, and I just yeah, I was able to catch up on quick because both teams have the same game plan. So since then, I just started playing up, and sometimes I calm down, you know, but then just playing up.
Yeah. So we hear you captain this team now.
Yeah.
So tell us, how has been that journey? A Ugandan captaining a full club here. It feels so unreal. How does it feel for you?
It feels great. Um, it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, but I I I didn't expect it to like I expected it to come at a certain point, but this year I didn't expect it to come at that point because we started
Hmm.
the when we played in the fall, we started in the fall with like I think a different captain.
Yeah.
Then we played after our first two games. The coach that's when the coach changed like the system, and then that's when he told me to lead the team. And it's basically because I think I've been the most experienced player, so it
Okay.
was easy for me to step in and show some of the younger guys like uh, some ways to go around the game because we had a lot of guys graduate from the youth program to move onto the team.
Okay.
And uh, our first two games were playing in the ARP, and the ARP in the fall is I think it's the best rugby available in the country.
So ARP is American Rugby
Rugby
Premiership.
Premiership, yeah.
Okay.
So it's basically in the fall around the country. I think it has the best talent like rugby wise
Okay.
because I think in California because the West Coast also has some good rugby, but in the fall they don't play things.
Okay.
So normally we have a lot of players come to the East Coast to play in the ARP. So a lot of the guys, um, I think when they started playing, they are not used to that level yet. But after it took us two games, everyone just stepped their game up and they knew where to be. So
Uh,
I think that was the role. The coach just wanted me to kind of be a leader in that situation to transition guys and you know.
yeah. So you Adnan turning up for the New England Free Jacks in the inaugural season. How was it? Because we read stories about you turning up for the New England Free Jacks. How was it?
It was great. It was a dream come true, you know,
Hmm.
because everyone hopes to play. like for every rugby player, I think that's your target sometimes. And it was great. I had fun. Um, I think we played in the Cara Cup, and we had a bunch of like teams coming from Ireland, development teams, Munster, Leinster, Connacht, and who was the fourth? And then I think I forget the fourth team. Yeah, and like the level of competition was great, and it was great exposure for most of the guys. You know,
So, should we expect to see you more in the future for the New England Free Jacks?
I'm not sure.
Are you working towards that?
I was working towards it this spring. They had offered me a practice player because they have practice players. So
Okay.
they offered me one of their practice player contracts. I was working towards it because it's a lot. MLR is a long season.
Yeah, I know.
And lots of injuries happen. Like you see, we played 5 games and we had already started losing players. So
Yeah,
I was waiting to jump. I was keeping fit and waiting for my opportunity to come. But now, this whole Corona thing.
I know, I know.
Yeah.
The season is over and everything, so we need to wait and hope for next season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us more about Adnan, your rugby journey. Many of us know very little about you and your rugby. Just for the fans, for the sake of the fans knowing you, tell us more. I think I haven't exploited more like everything, but I think it should come from you, your rugby journey in the USA. Tell us, your fans want to know, your fans want to get to know you better.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, my rugby journey started in 2006, and then back then I was playing wing. So we played in 2007. We went to for the first time in our club's history, went to the final 16 in the country. And back then we thought that was great. But then we
Okay.
just kept working, and we did. Then the next 2008 went to the final 8, and that's when at the tournament down there, that's when the U.S. coach at the time for the 7th team, Caravelli, that's when he noticed me and invited me to camp.
Okay.
And I went to the camp. I had a good time, but at the time I had an opportunity to play soccer in college and rugby. So if I committed to soccer, I would never play rugby.
I know, I know.
So then, because of the same season, so I committed to soccer because like I was going to college. So going to the camp, like my mind was half in, half out, and I was also kind of indisciplined. It's like I didn't take that opportunity with both hands. So then after that, I came back home. But although I learned a lot of stuff that improved my game, came back home. Then I played soccer half the season for the soccer. Then I had to, I left the team because I wasn't enjoying my soccer at the time. So then I came back and rejoined with Mystic.
Your mind was somewhere else.
Yeah, my mind was somewhere else, and I wasn't enjoying it. And if I'm not enjoying something, I have to be honest with myself. So I talked to the soccer coach, and it was like, okay. And he told me if you change your mind, you can come back around. So I went back, rejoined with Mystic, finished the 4th season with them. And then we continued playing. Over the years, we were averaging at least a final 8 place. And then until 2015, that's when we rejoined with, we merged with Middlesex Rugby Club. Middlesex was a club in Malden too.
Okay.
It was full of like young, energetic college kids who had just graduated and they started their team. So we merged with them, and that's when we started having a change. Because 2015 we went to the Final 4. We lost in the semi-final to Naya from New York.
Okay.
Then 16, we went and won it all the way. That was our first national championship. And then 2017, we lost in the semi-final to Nyack, and then 2018, we won the championship again. after that, I think that's when like USA Rugby started having issues with the D1 competition.
Okay.
I think with funding and stuff. And 2019 there was no competition, but yeah, and also I forgot to mention like year round all the seasons in the summer I always play sevens.
Mm-hmm.
So sevens I think they start twice national wide, and
I
we
think
have a pretty good sevens program.
I think many of us were looking forward to that sevens tournament. I think it has also been cancelled, right?
Yeah, yeah, the sevens around here in the northeast, sevens is you would have enjoyed it because we have a lot of competitive teams. Um, we have the old blue guys from New York who lost in the semi-final last year. As they were going in for winning try, the
Mm-hmm.
guy dived and knocked it on.
Oh, God. Uh-huh.
And if they had gone in the final, they would have played the team they already beat in the group stage, so they would have been the national champs. And then we played Nyack is another team that's always solid year in year out. They have a couple of national team players on there, and we had then there's another team from Connecticut, Bulldogs,
Mm-hmm.
which normally puts out a bunch of Fijians and guys who have had experience with the Fijian national team. So you would have had fun watching. It's always top level, top quality rugby in the summer.
I get it. Yeah. So, for the prospective players out there, the Ugandans who are watching us, and they want to join the train of USA Rugby, what's your advice to them?
Um, my advice is um, you just the number work hard, train hard, but then after if you're good, make sure like at least if your club records games, make sure at least you're trying to get clips of yourself and uploading them to YouTube because that's how the coaches start looking at players. Make sure,
So basically, you are telling them they should profile themselves very well.
yeah, just get game film. If you're fly half, make sure you're getting game film of you kicking, of you passing, and of you like maybe breaking lines.
That's
But
true.
yeah, you just have to make sure you get game film. And most of the time is like not all the time that when you get the game film and send it to a coach that he will reply right away, or maybe
That's
or maybe he'll look at the game film and he won't like it. But just keep getting game film and emailing it to different coaches.
That's true. That is a good advice. So for the fans, for the players who are watching out there, and you're really interested in playing one day professional rugby, uh, get on your game, record your clips, and put them out there on YouTube, social media, and everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Adnan, uh,
yeah.
our country, Uganda, uh, lacks in that area where you play, the center. What are your dreams of playing for the national team and putting on that black, yellow, red?
Um, now it's not that much. I think when I was young, I really wanted to, but the distance,
Mm-hmm.
like right now, like, I can't take because if I'm to play for the national team, it would be I'll have to take a month off because you have to train and
Yeah, true,
learn
true.
the sport because I don't think any of the coaches have ever seen me play. So it would be an honor, but it's a dream that I don't think I have anymore.
So, yeah, I think you caught up with work or something like that, and
Yeah,
really now it is beyond you.
yeah.
Yeah, so if that dream was passed, I know there are some players, Ugandan players here in the USA uh, who are talented. We're looking at, I think there's Arnold in is in California. So what advice do you give to such young players if they are to really consider playing for the national team when they are still young?
Um, you have to set your goal, and the moment you set your goals, you're like, this year I'm going to be committed to playing for the national team. Just train hard, and make sure you're in contact with coaches, something that I didn't do when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And just, keep some money on the side to make sure you'll be able to fly over there if you need you for camps.
True.
Because I don't know, but I don't think, because a lot of rugby unions can't afford to like fly players around. Because I even noticed that US rugby that's why you used to have players chasing their own way. But
Yeah, that's actually true because the cost is a little bit too much to be put on one player. So I think each player needs to incur a certain cost, and then the union,
yeah,
the
so
union can support.
it's just basically your commitment. You have to, because remember, you're not going to earn financially from it.
Yeah, true.
So you're just going to have to be committed to representing your country. And then, I think it's possible.
Yeah, so tell us, who is Adnan outside rugby? Many people maybe want to know you, like what does Adnan do, and everything like that.
Right now, so outside rugby, I do some coaching on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And then right now I'm in school doing my master's in health informatics. Hopefully that will be done by next year.
Okay.
And and I'm a fun guy to be around. You've been around me.
Yeah, no. You were supposed to join us today, but you won't be able, so that is okay. We shall catch up
Yeah, from
another
the
time.
distance.
I know. Yeah, so Adnan,
Yeah.
do you plan in any way to give back to the rugby community back in Uganda?
Yes. When I'm done playing, I want to start coaching.
Okay.
That's very. I haven't said it to you before because
Yeah.
I had kind of retired from sevens last year around nationals, and this year I was looking forward to helping coach and coach the sevens team and see where it goes from there. But we had no season. But I'm still going to be interested in coaching, and hopefully one day I can go back home and brush on my skills too and be able to, maybe coach at my high school, Vienna.
Okay.
You know.
I totally understand. Yeah, so Adnan, besides what we've shared, do you have anything else to share?
Yeah. The thing I wanted to talk about was, I think it was from your interview with Michael.
Okay.
When he talked about the sevens team, like how the union should concentrate on the sevens team.
Okay.
Was that from your interview?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I just want to echo that, and I 100% agree with him because I think that model has worked for years and years with different rugby unions in the world. And example number one over here. I think
True.
back then in the day, USA rugby wasn't. They were not like as good as they are now.
Yeah,
But
true.
they hired a good sevens coach, concentrated on sevens, got athletes young from college, put them in different sevens camps. They set up academies. Like for instance, we had the Northeast Academy over here that just concentrated on sevens players. But
True.
also through the academy, we were able to get, I think, 3 people play for the Eagles. And I think 3 or 4 people play for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Because sevens works on a lot on your skills. Because at training, you're concentrating on passing. You're
Yeah,
concentrating on
that's true.
tackling. Yeah, you're concentrating on passing, tackling, and just beating people one-on-one. So
and pretty much the USA here is.
I've seen a lot of players because over here we have a lot of crossover athletes, and I've seen a lot of football guys come to try to play rugby, but when they go to play 15s, they just throw them on the wing, and their skills are not developing. But during
That's
sevens, they
true.
learn how to pass, they learn how to tackle one-on-one, you learn how to counteract, you learn different aspects of the game. Yeah, so I just wanted to echo that on Walker's point. that we really need to work on developing our sevens team, because we have seen how it has worked out for our neighbors.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Kenya is really doing well in that bracket.
back in the day, I think when the Sokis were playing, we were competing with Kenya.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but now it looks like they've gone miles ahead. But from they just keep like developing sevens players, and from sevens, that's why you get, I think, you get the perfect athlete from sevens.
That's
So,
true, and
yeah,
I think you've seen even here in the US, it is what has put the US on the map. It is not the 15th game, but the seventh man game.
yeah, and even you see even the players from there's a lot of players on the 15th team who are doing good, but they started out on the sevens team.
That's true.
And maybe as they're playing sevens, they get noticed and they end up getting signed somewhere in Europe, and they have to work on their game. Even Walkers is a bit, the younger Walkers is a good example. If it wasn't for sevens, I don't think it would have been recognized, right?
That's true.
Yeah,
I think the sevens gives you so much room to improve on your game since you have to play against a few players and all that.
yeah. It concentrates a lot on your game. So I really think, and I'm going to echo on Walker's point, we really need to concentrate on our sevens program. We can't, and especially now since we have a lot of tournaments coming up, just have to concentrate on sevens. And I
And
think
that
everything will work itself out after that.
That's true. I hope we have a representative here from the union. All they will watch this interview after, and because if things keep repeating themselves, sure, athletes are making a point here, and I'm hoping the union can take it up seriously.
Yeah.
So, any other comment you'll have to make?
No, unless you have another question, but no.
So is Adnan Kawuma single? I see there are some ladies here who might need to know.
Am I what?
Or is he single or
Yeah.
is he taken or
No, I'm single.
oh Adnan Kawuma is a single gentleman. So
Yeah, exactly.
the ladies out there, you can start hitting his
Get in the
his
DMs.
in his DM, yeah. So, for those who have questions to Adnan, we welcome them, and we shall start answering. We shall start answering them one by one. Those with questions to Adnan Kauma.
As we're here,
Yeah,
did you watch the games this morning?
I did watch. It was an interesting game. I have my two Chiefs fans who I enjoy having a chat with after, and I'm sure right now their phones are switched off.
What's your team? What team do you like?
Hurricanes.
Oh yeah, this is not your year. It's gonna be your year. Boy. Yeah.
uh,
What's the best way we can get Ugandan clubs to semi-pro level?
so yeah, I think we are
Good
getting
question.
some questions there. Yeah, from Chimeze. What's the best way we can get our Ugandan clubs to semi-pro level?
So semi-pro level, like you would also need like more money from the sponsors, and maybe a couple players playing full time. And if you need a couple players playing full time, you need to compensate them. So I think we
That
definitely need more money from sponsors, and that will start with player development. So if you develop and put out players that can actually play good rugby and put out a good product, we can definitely see ourselves being semi-pro. I mean.
so another thing about semi-pro. How is the club management here in the USA different from the club management back in Uganda?
I'm not experienced with club management in Uganda, but over here,
Mm-hmm.
we have a certain amount of players. For instance, we have certain players that of course, like get paid and get
Okay.
room and board. But like their salary sometimes the rugby salary is not it's not gonna especially here with the bills, it's not gonna you're not gonna live off of it. So they
Yeah.
get paid and some of them work and then they just get free housing. And there's some
Okay.
players that just play and get compensated in trips and stuff like that.
So is it managed by individual, or like is it
We
owned
have
by
a board of
individuals or?
every club has a board of directors. So
Okay.
yeah, we have a president, and they always meet during AGMs and discuss different options. Because for a long time we've been having opportunities where we bring in players. Because I think every team is allowed 3 foreigners.
Okay.
So we have had opportunities where we bring in players to like help out, play with us, but also like with their experience help like mentor other players. For instance, we had in 2016 when we won our first national championship, we had Robbie Malnick, who was from New Zealand and played with Tasman Mako. He's the most capped Tasman Mako of all time. And then we had Alatasi Kupo, who was the captain of Samoa at the time.
Okay.
So just basically having both those players, it just helped us out a lot because they brought in new ideas, different kind of things that we can improve on as a team. And it ended up working in a short time. I think the first year they were here, we won right away. So,
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
So there's a question from Ernest. Do clubs go beyond your playing time, or they add nutrition and career guidance?
Yeah. Um, like beyond playing time, for instance, like my club, we have a guy, Jared Collinson. He owns a gym called Flight Fitness and Performance, and that's where most of like the rugby guys from Mystic go to work out.
Okay.
And that he's the one who gives us like the program. We have programs that we work out with, and he keeps track. Sometimes keeps track of it, and nutrition wise, he also advises us on things to eat and stuff like that. But most of the time, nutrition wise, just comes down to you. What are you cooking for yourself at home?
Okay. I think what Ernest meant were the supplement and all that stuff. But I know,
The one,
I know,
like yeah, the gym guy will advise you, but
uh,
end
I
of the
know
day, it
pretty
comes down
much.
to you.
Yeah, it's because you can afford to buy yourself supplements, so you don't see it as a big burden to you.
Oh yeah, and also sometimes the supplements you have to be careful because a lot of supplements are tainted,
Yeah,
and you
that's
don't know
true.
like what. Yeah, you don't know what you're taking sometimes. So for me, like I had to, like I did supplements for only like a year, then I was just off of it because I didn't feel like I gained much from it.
That's true. Yeah. So if we don't have any other questions, um, we shall have the final remarks from Adnan, and yeah, we shall call it a day. Adnan's journey is a little bit brief because it is unknown to most of us. He's not the Timothy Mudola who has played all the way from Namidiango College to the national team and everything. So he doesn't have much to tell us, but his journey has pretty much been interesting, and I'm sure what he has shared is very, very valuable to us, and will be valuable to you players who are looking to become professionals in your career. Before we go, before your final remarks, we have a question here from Coti. Should we hope to see you fly the cranes someday? I think he answered that question, but he can repeat again.
Yeah, like I said before, I'm not sure. So because I have a lot of stuff going on, so I can't afford to be traveling for camps. I'm not sure. So we shall just wait. We can never say never. I'll just wait and see.
Yeah, so many guys out there wish you could at least put on that jersey at least one time so that they could see you in action. Would you wish for that time? because as a decorated rugby player, of course, you're sure that turning up for your national, your country is one of the highlights of your career.
Yeah, I think it's every athlete's dream to represent their nation, like their country.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm saying I'm not sure, because I never know what's going to happen in the future. But yeah,
And
at a certain point, if the opportunity comes, I would like to, put on the jersey. But
that's true.
like I said, I would have to prove myself, because a lot of people haven't seen me play.
That's true. So another interesting question here: which Ugandan club would you feel good to play for?
Pirates. I'm a pirate.
Pirates.
Pirates. Yeah, it's the club I
Let's
wanted to play for since I was a kid. So
talking about Pirates. One of the players you trained with informed us that you went with these tights. Is that true?
no, you think PJ States can fit me?
So we're asking ourselves if PJ was that small during your training days.
no, PJ. no.
Unfortunately, he's not here to ascertain the rumors, but those rumors have been quashed. So, Adnan, once again, we've been glad to host you here. So,
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
we shall have you give us your final remarks, and then maybe we shall close off the show.
Yeah. Thanks for hosting me on your platform. I've enjoyed the conversation we've had, and hopefully we'll link up in the future. Louis, how do
And
you link?
how that is a
Yeah, and I'm on Instagram. My handle is up there if you're seeing. So you can send me, if you're not following me, send me requests. I follow back. And if you have any questions about rugby, you can ask me. I'll be more than willing to reply. Um, yeah.
Pretty much that's it from Adnan. For us at Rugby Fanatics, we encourage you to continue following us both on our Instagram and our Twitter page. Next week, we have a
Yeah.
special. We shall be bringing you Desire Ayera of Pirates, and he will be hosted by yet another rugby fanatic guru, Chimeze. I will also be on the sidelines firing questions this time around. So we shall have an entertaining duo of Chimeze and Desire Ayera here next week. Most of you, of course, know him as DJ Fufu. Kasita is joining us at the very end of the show, but we've noticed your presence, sir. Former captain, Uganda Rugby Sevens.
Our leader,
Our leader, our leader, even here.
our fearless leader.
Yeah, yeah. So for us at Fanatics, we're always glad to have you. Uh, Today, as usual, Adnan will choose for us a winner of the Rugby Fanatics prize. We tend to give a prize at the end of the show to one of our fans who has been most engaging. So, uh, if you could look through the chats and everything, I'm sure you could choose one of our fans who has been most engaging.
Um, I'm wait. I cannot give Chimeze because he said he worked. He
Yeah, yeah, that
interviewed.
that one, that
Ernest, I
one.
cannot give it to him because Ernest, I'm sure he has won before.
Yeah,
Ernest,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
maybe Sakoti.
Sakoti, okay. Yeah, so Sakoti, get in touch with us and we sure shall reward you. Otherwise, you guys should have a nice weekend. We're always glad to host, have you here. And it's a bye from us.
Bye.
All right. Cheers.